Hey guys, this is kind of a follow-up to yesterday's video where if you didn't watch, basically I announced that I made my decision that I am going to be stopping Trikafta and going on to Ali Trek, I need to figure out how to pronounce that, on Wednesday. So I thought that we could go down a little bit of a 6-year memory lane because it is crazy to me that when I start this new packet tomorrow that I've done for 6 years, I started Trikafta in January or February of 2020. Only the first 3 days are going to be taken, and these pills will not be, which is just insane to me. So I'm going to play a couple of clips of when I first got Trikafta, and the hopes and dreams that I had were honestly exceeded, and we'll just go down memory lane. So here's a couple of clips of that. It's all the combinations, if you're wondering. That's the, I think that was in Simdeco, but I think it's very similar to what was in Orkambi, but I'm like shaking. It is here, you guys. I just read all of the freaking 10 million and one pamphlets that came with it, and pretty much it's like Orkambi. Can't have grapefruit and stuff like that, and you have to take it with flat, so I have that today. So this is the little envelope, the first of 3. There's 3 in here for a month. Or 4, yeah. Sorry, there's 4 of them. Anyway, today I'm taking these, and then that will be 1 week. It's a little bit off. This one's already been taken because I started on the night dose. So my night dose for tonight will come out of a different envelope. But I can't believe it's been 1 week already. So 1 week down, a lifetime to go. When I started Trikafta, I was so excited but nervous because I'd been on Orkambi for 5 years. So just 1 year less than what I've been on this. And Orkambi saved my life, completely saved my life. I probably would not be here right now if I did not take Orkambi. And towards the end of that Orkambi lifespan, it started declining again. My lung function was in the 30s prior to Orkambi, and it took it all the way up to 80%. But then it kind of like leveled down to 70, 60, and then it kind of plateaued in the 50s. And just a couple of months before I started Trikafta, my health was declining each clinic, pretty much. It just wasn't working anymore. And then along came Trikafta, and I just hoped for stability. I hoped for no more decline and just being able to live my life. And I got so much more than that. I got stability. I got my lung function being at between 80 and 85% for 6 years straight. One little dip this year to 67% in January, but beyond that, 80% every single clinic for 6 years straight, which is just mind-boggling, right? I got not coughing in the mornings, not coughing when I would laugh. Before Trikafta, I would wake up every morning and cough my brains out. I would laugh too hard. I would cough my brains out. I would walk upstairs. I would cough my brains out. Gone. Just gone. I was able to do more and walk more and exercise more, and just I was able to run a freaking 5K, actually that was before Trikafta. Discard that. But I was able to run more after that 5K because I started Trikafta like 2 months later, and I was able to keep running. But this time I wasn't coughing when I was running, and I wasn't getting out of breath when I was running like I was before. I started before COVID came, because COVID changed this, but before COVID, I started gaining weight, which I've always struggled with. I got to my highest weight I've ever been, and then came COVID, and it kind of destroyed that, and I haven't gone back there yet. But that, I it's kind of emotional for me, honestly. And it took me, because when I was in the hospital this time, it wasn't the first time we talked about this. We talked about this back in October or December, somewhere around there, about, hey, there's this new drug and we think it might be a good idea for you to switch. But at that point I was like, let's not fix something that's not broken, right? Because this has been a miracle for me. And so the whole reason that I did make the decision that I made is because in my last hospitalization, just like a week ago, I'm not bouncing back like I was. Not to mention that I've been in the hospital more. I am getting out of breath walking upstairs. I am getting out of breath walking outside. If you hear snoring, talk to snoring. I am coughing in the mornings again. I am congested. I am getting lung pain and air hungry and all the things that I have not had for 6 years when I'm not sick. Because it's like I'm not having an exacerbation, right? It's just CF being symptomatic, again, for whatever reason. And it was still not an easy decision to make, because I know that while I'm more symptomatic, my lung function is still, fine. It's still where it's been. But because I am symptomatic and because my quality of life and just my CF in general has gone a little bit downhill this year, it felt like it was time to take the risk. Because I remember switching from Orkambi to Trikafta. I was in the same kind of scenario, minus lower PFTs, where I was like, this has worked, but let's go for something better. And that something better ended up being 6 years of just mind-boggling. I can't put into words what this medicine has done for me. And it's almost like a little bit of, I don't want to call it grief, but it's a little bit of nostalgic sadness that I won't be taking this medication that gave me my life back, that for 6 years made CF background noise, right? I struggled more with my weight and my blood sugars than I did with my lungs for 6 years because of this medication. I don't know, if you don't have CF, I don't know if you can understand the gravity of what 6 years of stability means. Like, it is a true gift and a true miracle. So I didn't come to that decision lightly, but I came to that decision thinking about it in the same way as when I switched from Orkambi to Trikafta. I was hoping for stability, I was hoping for less symptoms, and I got, a miracle. And that's how I'm looking forward to switching to Alitrek. I'm just going to call it Alitrek. I don't know what it's actually pronounced. It's Alfytrek. It's scary. It's unknown. It's a whole new chapter that's going to start in just a couple of days. And it's just so weird to me to, like, I've opened these packets for 6 years and just gone through the packet, opened another packet, and it's so weird to me that this will be the first time in 6 years I will not be finishing a packet of Trikafta. So I don't want to make this video super long, and I will update you guys on Wednesday when we start this new journey. It's technically arriving on Tuesday, but my meds don't usually arrive until the evening, so I am just going to start it Wednesday morning. And basically my doctor said just keep taking Trikafta, and then, when it gets here, go ahead and switch. And they did warn me that the first week or two is going to be rough, and the first week or two on Trikafta was rough. The first week or two on Orkambi was rough. It's your lungs being like, whoa there, partner, and like expelling mucus that's probably been in there since, I was a teenager, right? So I know it's going to be a rough couple of weeks that I'm in for until I see if it's actually working. But I'm hoping for no more shortness of breath, no more coughing, no more getting tired from breathing, and we will see what happens. And if it doesn't work, we have discussed, like, if I don't like what it is, I will go back to Trikafta. This is a trial phase. This isn't a permanent solution until we know if it's working or not. But for now, I'm looking forward to the future with hope that these symptoms that I'm experiencing will go away, that I'll have a better quality of life. That one thing that is possible to help is it won't take away the reactive hypoglycemia, but Trikafta is known for lowering blood sugar. and Trikafta does not. So that may help that as well. But we will look to the future with hope, while also looking back to the past with gratitude, and very thankful for what this medicine did for me. And say, so long, Trikafta, and hello to a new journey.